So this is a continuation of practice 2, number 2. And this time we have a 4-kilogram blue ball traveling westward. And so there was a lot of question in class, which way is west? So here's north, south, and then this would be east and west. Some of you guys learned never eat soggy waffles. Okay. So we're going to say here's the blue ball. It is traveling west. His mass is 4 kilograms and velocity is 24 meters per second. It hits a 16 kilogram green ball. So the mass of the ball is 16 kilograms and velocity is at rest, which means 0 meters per second. So velocity is 0 meters per second. The blue ball bounces east. So the blue ball ends up bouncing east. So that's positive and that's negative. What is the speed and direction of the green ball? So now we don't know which way the ball is going. So the mass stays the same because nothing actually happens to either of the masses. And the velocity of this one is going at 8 meters per second east, and we don't know. Okay? So let's start with, and since they're bouncing away from each other, we call that an elastic. Let's see. All right, so for the green, we'll say we have 16 and 4, so we'll just say that each box is 4 kilograms. So for green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And since it's going 0, actually, let's make that purple. So here's the green. It's going 0. We'll just put an X. And so we'll call that green. And then the blue one is going in the negative direction. So it's going negative 24 meters per second. And I'll say that we're going to go by, let's see, 6s. So 6, 12, negative 6, negative 12, negative 18, negative 24, negative 30, and then same thing here. 6, oh, let's see, 6 is here, 12, 18, 24, 30. Okay, so then the blue ball is going, let's see, 1, and it's going to negative 24. So we'll color that in, and this one's for the blue. All right, so same thing here. It'll be 4 kilograms for each. This time the ball is going 8. And we'll just go ahead and keep our scale. Now I'm kind of regretting going 6s, but it's okay. We're already here. So negative 6, negative 30. And it's okay to want to change what you're going by. You don't have to stick with what you've initially decided, so you can always erase this side as long as, make sure you just stay the same. Okay, make sure you keep the scales the same. But if you don't like what you've done for the scaling, you can always change it. I'm just going to make this 6 for whatever reason I chose. So we have the green 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't know which way it's going, but there's the green. And the blue one is going 8, so it's going to be between the 6 and the 12. Okay, so that's blue. We want to know which way the green is going. Okay, so general rules first. So you want to start by going, you want to start with, hold on a second. Okay, so we want to start by going, by filling in these 4 boxes first. So I'm going to just go ahead and color these in. These are the 4 boxes that you should try first. And these 4 boxes is your P, or are your P is equal to MV. Okay, so I think it's mostly colored in. So we have the green and we have the blue. And I'm going to go ahead and do green was 16 kilograms times 0, which is 0. And then we have 4 times negative 24, which I believe is 96. And after, we have the blue at 4 kilograms times 8 meters per second, which is 32 kilograms times meters per second. And we have 16 V, because we don't know what it is. Next, we're going to add down. So remember, add down. So we have 0 plus negative 96. It's going to give us negative 96 kilograms times meters per second. Adding down, we have 16V plus 32 kilograms times meters per second. And we know that P final minus P initial needs to equal 0. So this should also be negative 96. So this box is also negative 96. Now for this box, we need to figure out what each of these boxes are so that we can add them up and make sure that they equal to 0. All right, so we have 0 plus 16V, and we have negative 96, or sorry, I'm doing that wrong, I'm sorry. We have 16V minus 0, and 32 minus negative 96. So let's go ahead and figure out what V is first, and then we'll come back to this. Okay, the best way we can do that is to take, we have this box plus this second box. It's going to give us our third box. All right, so we have 16V plus our second box. So this is final blue. We have final, sorry, that was final green. Final blue is equal to our system final. So our final blue, looking back here, is 32 kilograms times meters per second. And then our final is going to be negative 96. Whoops. Negative 96 kilograms times meters per second. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 32 from both sides. And when you do negative 96 minus 32, you are going to actually end up adding the two negatives. So that should equal negative 128. Divide both sides by 16, and you get V is equal. And so we find out that the velocity for green final is going to be negative 8 meters per second. So that's negative 8 meters per second. So we get 16 times negative 8 is going to equal negative 128. And so we have a negative 128 minus 0 is going to give us negative 128. And we see that 32 minus negative 96, so it's actually plus 128. That gets us to 0. And that is how you finish number 2.